Well, if you put on extra weight from snacking and emotional eating these past few months, there's a way to turn the scale the other direction. If you need a little encouragement, I recently spoke to motivational speaker Eric Rittmeyer.
554. Ugh, 555. Oh, Eric, hi, how are you?
Deborah, I didn't know we actually had to physically work out. Nobody told me about this. I thought he was here for mental, not physical. Come on.
Yeah, I'll just get a little workout in there. All right, when it comes to mental toughness, as a Marine, thank you for your service, by the way. As a Marine, that was a state of mind.
Absolutely. It's mental toughness is all about emotional control, Deborah. We're horrible at controlling emotions. We're hardwired to feel first and think later. Our emotions guide everything we do, from our relationships to our diets to our weight loss. So mental toughness, as it applies to losing weight, is all about stopping our eating based on emotions. We're emotional eaters. We get really happy, we eat. We get really sad, we eat. It's a horrible, horrible yo-yo.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because we'll look at somebody else who has no more advantages than we do, in fact, can be perceived as having disadvantages. Our governor, Abbott, who is in a wheelchair, says, so this is just the way I get around, get over it, right? Representative Dan Crenshaw says he's, legally blind, but that doesn't stop him from accomplishing things. So those are people who we know have great examples of mental toughness. I'm in the gym because this is one of the areas where most of us struggle with our eating habits. I'm going to work out again tomorrow. I'm going to eat better tomorrow.
Yeah, and the whole issue here, Deborah, if you think about the how part of the equation, the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s, it's a very, very simple equation. You burn more calories than you consume. It's really easy. That's all you have to do. There are no pills to pop that you go to bed and wake up and lose 10 pounds. At least I haven't found them yet. But when it comes to our dieting, that is the most difficult part of the process because we're emotion-based eaters. And again, we find ourselves sitting on the couch, waxing a pizza. We have to know our triggers. For me, my triggers, alcohol. As soon as I drink alcohol, I'm running for the border. I'm getting tacos. I do it every single time. So I preemptively go into these situations knowing if I drink, I'm going to eat bad. I'm going to stuff my face with a head of lettuce before I go out so I don't eat soft tacos.
Yeah, so eat strategically and understand the reason why we eat. I guess we can get some joy out of it, but really it's to fuel your body.
It absolutely is. You're supposed to eat for fuel, not to be full. And mentally tough people, they're grounded in objective reality. They know it's not going to be easy. They know there's going to be some difficulty, but they don't focus their mental energy on the pain. They focus it on the results. They look at the end game. The end game is, I want to get in better shape because I want to be healthier, or I want to be able to be more active for my kids. But we have to get off of the emotion-based food consumption. It's horrible.
All right, let's start with diets. How many fad diets are there out there? We all want to be easy, and if it doesn't work within a week, then we're over it.
Yeah, and again, it's all about objective reality. We can't just assume that we're going to go from eating 2,000 calories a day to eating 100 calories a day to going from working out never to working out 3 hours a day. We have to be realistic, but again, we cannot focus the mental energy on the pain. So many of us have gotten to this point in our lives where it's the lesser of two evils. Are we going to stay miserable where we are and unhappy with ourselves, or are we going to struggle and suffer through this diet? It's the lesser of two evils. Ultimately, what it boils down to is the diets are only difficult because we haven't developed a strong enough why. We have to figure out why we're getting out of bed to do what we do.
Yeah, and you say also compartmentalize your emotions, because we have emotions. We're, as you mentioned, we're emotional human beings, but we have to compartmentalize it and put them in the right place.
We do. Think about how many movies there are, Deborah. How many movies where boy and girl break up and somebody ends up on the couch with a tub of ice cream? It's this up and down. Oh, I'm so upset, I'm going to eat. Then you get so happy, get a promotion, I'm going to go out and eat. Like everything revolves around food. We use it as a way to enhance the pleasure, but also ease the pain. We have to get off of that train.
Yeah, and we also have to understand when you eat healthy, and I always tell people, I promise you, you will feel better when you give your body what it really is supposed to have. When you work out, I promise you, you will feel better. In fact, I just ran into somebody in my building who said that, I noticed that she looks really fit right now. And she said she was having so much stress that she figured out the only way to get rid of the stress was to work out and eat right.
And it's kind of like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It's like you have more energy if you work out more often. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I totally agree with you.
All right, when you say the Emotional Marine, 68 mental toughness and emotional intelligence secrets to make anyone instantly like you. Why do people like us? Is it because we kind of exude a confidence and we love confident people?
I came up with this smile factor. Okay, I'm a former Marine. I'm all about acronyms. I can hardly read or write, so I have to have these little things to guide me through. The smile factor, it's these little things we can do. Show me respect, make it all about me, make me feel important, make me laugh, earn my trust. we've gotten away from the social interaction. It's more about social media now. So we have to go back to our roots of just when we meet people, give them our undivided attention, show them respect, let them finish in their sentences, find things that we have common ground with them. Stop searching for things that separate us. Start trying to find things that bring us together. When I wrote my book last year, I had no idea where we'd be right now, but it could not be more applicable than right at this moment to show people that we care and that we love each other. We're innately hardwired to love each other.
Yeah. All right. So not all of us are going to go to boot camp and get the training that you got, but how do we get started? And then as we start, I would imagine little steps, baby steps at first, and then how do we stay in that track?
Yeah, it's being realistic, Deborah. That's the most important thing. And when it comes to objective reality, we have to be realistic and we have to gain control of our thoughts. We have to find a why. We cannot rely on motivation. And that's what the trap so many people fall into. Not just with weight, not just with health, with New Year's resolutions. We set these goals and we rely on our motivation to pull us through. The problem is our motivation's tied to how we feel that day. If we feel happy, we follow the diet. If we don't feel happy, we don't follow the diet. If we can find something that we can focus on that's a strong based why, that why is always going to be there. When we feel good, when we feel bad, we're always going to go back to this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. We have to find a very, very strong why.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because sometimes it's somebody else's motivation. Like on a magazine cover, we think we should look like, or we think we should be like, and if it's somebody else's motivation, you'll never hold true to it. Eric, thank you so much.
Deborah, you're the best. Thanks for having me.
And again, thanks for your service.
Thank you very much.
Eric's book, The Emotional Marine, is available online and wherever books are sold. We also have a link on our site, greatdayhouston.com. When we come back, by adding this one